The big companies around the world, the biggest and the biggest owners, they do not own 100%.
No, not even close.
So we're gonna give you some really good shit here.
Yeah, we're gonna give you some examples. So Jeff Bezos, how much does he own of Amazon today?
This episode is powered by Moo Beauty. Would you rather own 100% of a $1 million company, or would you like to own 10% of a $100 billion company?
Well,
that's what we're going to talk about today. So the big question is, do you want to be king or do you want to get rich?
Classic founder dilemma.
Yes, the control trap.
Yep.
So we're going to give you a really good episode and talk about that today.
Super interesting. So much that is so helpful for you to know, in particular, if you're out there fundraising or dreaming about selling your company.
To not keep control and why you shouldn't.
Yep.
So we're going to give you concrete examples here and talk about this so you know why, or you know the answer on the question. And in the end, do you want to be king or do you want to get rich?
And it's up to you.
It's up to you, as always, but we're just going to give you some really good information here. So, why do so many founders want to keep 100%?
That's such a good question.
Yeah.
Because you feel like it's your baby, I guess.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that your vision, your mission, and your hard work is not diluted and you end up with nothing, giving it away to others.
Yeah.
It's kind of the mindset, it seems.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. To give you a bit of background, there's been tons and tons and tons of research.
Mm-hmm.
And what you can tell is that many founders cling on to 100%. They're very hesitant to invite a co-founder, to give sweat equity, to bring on angel investors to a fair valuation.
Mm-hmm.
But the same research shows that those that want to be king fail.
Oh.
Fail to a much larger extent and on every level, really.
Wow.
Anything from fundraising, key competence, because when you look at failed startups, a market fit is one of the biggest failures. No market fit, that is. And another one is lack of key competence that has skin in the game.
Wow.
And the third one is lack of funding. And funding comes with a smarter, broader cap table.
Wow. So 100%, to own 100%, that means you have 100% responsibility, 0% scalability. Would you say that?
Yeah. Prove us wrong, but that's actually 9 out of 10 times that is the case.
Wow. I mean, okay, so let's move forward. So let's talk about some real numbers.
Yeah.
Because when we talked about this before the episode, I did not assume that this was the case because the big companies around the world, the biggest and the biggest owners, they do not own 100%.
No, not even close.
So we're going to give you some really good shit here.
Yeah. We're going to give you some examples. So Jeff Bezos, how much does he own of Amazon today? Around 8 to 10%.
What?
So that's a small, I mean, he's done a number of exits, of course.
Yeah.
But still, people assume that he's in control, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And if you look at Elon Musk, he owns about 12 to 13% of Tesla.
Whoa.
And he wasn't even one of the core co-founders, right? He bought himself in.
Oh.
So again, smart cap table, not clinging to that king control, because then Elon Musk would never have come in. And most likely none of us would ever have heard of Tesla.
No, but I mean 8 to 10%. Personally, I would feel I'm totally diluted from the company.
But doesn't that depend on the value and your position?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's a big value again, then you rather own those 10% than 100% of nothing.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah. And when you look at SpaceX, Elon Musk owns around 42%. And then we have, of course, Bill Gates. And today he owns less than 1% of Microsoft. And is one of the richest men on earth.
1%.
One.
Oh.
And he seems quite happy, right?
I think he is.
Yeah.
So Spotify, for example.
Daniel Ek, he owns around 14% of Spotify.
Wow. I mean, 14%. Yeah. I'm blown away about the numbers here.
So just good to know. And of course, this has been a long road. But from day one, they have focused on a smart cap table.
Yeah.
Not about clinging on to 100%, giving away 1 micro percent maybe to maybe an angel investor, right?
Yeah. And we're going to have an episode about smart cap tables as well.
Yeah.
So listen to that one. So let's move on. The pattern's pretty clear. Mm-hmm. You don't lose control when you are...
You can lose control.
Oh.
We'll get to that. Stay tuned. We'll get to how to make sure that you don't lose control in your vision and mission. Because there are also many stories, and we're going to do a episode about horror stories with founders who lost control. And we don't want that to happen to you. And we'll give you the answer to that question.
Yes, but they gained scale, at least in this examples you gave.
Yeah.
So now it gets really interesting, because the research shows that what we are talking about today is true.
Yeah. So actually it's twofold. Because we have a lot of studies showing that single founders, number one, they raise less capital. It takes longer to raise capital. They're more inclined to burn out.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean, you're doing everything. You're baking the pizza, you're doing the marketing, you're ordering, and you're doing the app as well, right? Everything. Burnout. They make less good decisions because they're less challenged, right? Because only when people have skin in the game do they commit the way you want to. Then they treat your baby as their baby.
Oh.
Right?
That's a good one.
Yeah. And also they have less, like we talked about before, less key competence that stick around and really dig their heels in, so to speak. So everything really is less advantageous for a single solo founder.
Wow.
And one more thing, that's one side. And the other side is that investors know about this research. So not only is it the case, it's also kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because if all of the investors, if all of the customers, if all of the key talent, competence, or advisors or angels are like, oh, you're a solo founder.
See opportunities here.
You're a control freak, right? Oh, I don't want to get close to you. You're an egotistic maniac. Or you're vulnerable. What happens if you get sick? You
have your claws out all the time.
So people will be more skeptical to a solo founder. So you're also up against that.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So moral of the story, control is more dangerous than lack of cash or something.
Ego kills more startups than lack of funding does.
Oh, that one hurt.
Ow.
True story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what do successful founders do differently?
Well, they understand that it's not just about capital, it's about the smart cap table. So they invite sweat equity, perhaps find a co-founder. Key talent gets employee stock options or something like that. And they invite venture capital. Because venture capital money, that's also shown that you get more professionalism and you scale faster and better.
Wow. So sharing isn't weakness.
Sharing is smart.
Sharing is smart. I remember when I started my first company, it was like a web shop. I did not even want to talk about my idea with other people because, I just wanted to keep that 100% control. So when people asked me, what do you do? And I was like, well, I'll tell you later.
How did it go?
Well, it didn't go so well because COVID hit. But I mean, I learned a lot from that.
Yeah.
Now I'm more open about what I do because you want to meet people.
And you need
the right
help.
people. Yeah.
Smart people love to help other smart people. And if you're generous, wow, people are generous in return.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you learn that along the way.
Yeah. And we have that core question about control. Because we said, okay, you don't want to be king. Does that mean you want to give away all of the control?
Exactly. Does it?
That's a huge risk. And I see, as a lawyer, I of course help many founders who are fighting or being kicked out of venture capital, thinking they're doing not a good enough job. They want to replace them as a CEO. They want to gain the control over the board.
Yeah.
So what you do is that you have a really strong, solid shareholders agreement.
Wow.
In that shareholders agreement, you can ensure that you, as the founder, you have reserved matters, consent right. That means that you control all of the core decisions of the company.
So you still have influence?
Yeah, even control.
Wow.
And you can also have control over the board of directors. You can have, if you want, control over your CEO title.
Yeah.
However, the research from Harvard, which was named King or Rich.
I love that one.
Yeah, showed that founders who cling to the CEO title fail more than founders who are open to bringing on a new CEO that might be better in that professional role.
Yeah.
But the moral of the story here is be open to having a smart cap table, more people pulling together with you, because the cake, according to data, will be much greater and you have a much greater chance to building something successful and getting rich.
And get rich, yeah.
But do so with a smart shareholders agreement where you do maintain control, so you don't get kicked out or tricked or something like that. This evil venture capital, Mr. Greedy, comes and lures everything off your hands, right?
Yeah, and we have an episode about shareholders agreement.
Yeah.
So I will link that one below.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Really good one. So you can still keep your dream on track without choking it.
Exactly.
So my answer would be on the question, do you want to be king or get rich? I want to get rich.
I'm an angel investor and I also get sweat equity. Rich, rich, rich. You can be king all you want. Let's us get rich instead.
Wow. So I really hope that you learned something from this episode. I mean, it's a totally new topic for me, but I learned along the way, as I said. But yeah, king versus rich.
King versus rich. Up to you.
Up to you. And remember, this is not legal advice, as always on this channel.
No legal advice. And it's completely up to you, whomever you would invite as a shareholder. We take zero responsibility for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to be rich and have a lot of knowledge, you should like and subscribe to our channel. We keep doing this and sharing this amazing content that you need in your business life.
And we love all of the feedback we're getting.
Yes.
So text us, LinkedIn, here, anywhere.
Yeah, we'll answer directly. Hej då!
Hej då!
This episode is powered by Moo Beauty, a tallow-based beauty brand.